This is KCTV English News. I'm Nick Brontes. The Provincial Commission of Audit and Inspection has determined that the province's decision to grant water and sewage permits to the Jeju Myths and History theme park was flawed, and that provincial officials must rectify the situation. The commission found that the province in 2014 used a very low estimate for the sewage flow at the site, with no clear reason for doing so. This came after the developer more than tripled the size of the accommodations at the park. Provincial officials also excluded the site's water park when determining the daily amount of water usage. Finally, inspectors say officials did not check the installation of drainage pipes, and that led to sewage backflow. The commission told the provincial government to both give a warning to the Provincial Water and Sewer Authority for neglecting its duty in issuing water supply and drainage permits, and discipline the 5 officials who were directly responsible for the lapses. The Environmental Resources Recycling Center in Dongbok-ri, Gujaub began accepting waste Monday. The provincial government says about 100 tons of incineration ash from an incinerator in Hwaecheon, Jeju City was the first waste shipped to the site for burial in the landfill. Officials say the landfill will be instrumental in dealing with the ash from that incinerator. The Dongbok facility will begin accepting non-flammable waste in April, once all work on the landfill is complete. Jeju City is warning developers that it will revoke construction permits for projects on which work has not begun within 1 year of receiving the permit. Work is delayed on 94 projects, and 31 of them are in jeopardy of losing their permits. That list includes 20 residential projects. Officials say the developer of those projects either failed to notify authorities of the beginning of work or failed to submit required feedback for the projects in the specified time period. Last year, city officials revoked permits for 70 projects from among the 228 on which construction had not begun. The provincial government has appointed one of Korea's former consuls general in Mumbai, India, as Jeju's Director of International Relations. Kim Sung-eun graduated from Ohyun High School and the Korea University Department of Political Science and International Relations. He began his public service career after passing the civil service examination in 1992. He then served as the first secretary at the Korean Embassy in Portugal, as the director of a trade and investment promotion division at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, and as an advisor for the Korean office of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. He will be in charge over the next 2 years of attracting investments and international events to the island, as well as supporting Jeju's export sector. The provincial government began Monday accepting applications for the subsidized purchase of electric vehicles. The province is subsidizing the purchase of a little over 7,100 EVs, 6,000 cars, and about 1,100 electric two-wheeled vehicles. The government is offering grants of between 12 million and 14 million won per standard vehicle and between 2 and 3.5 million won for the two-wheelers. Buyers also benefit through a reduction of roughly 5.3 million won in acquisition and special consumption taxes. Prices of farmed flatfish grown in Jeju have plunged below the break-even point. Insiders say the sector is facing its greatest crisis in a decade. Mike Balfour reports.
At a flatfish farm in Halimyeop, Jeju City, farmers are sorting fish by size. Shipments of the fish have fallen short of farmers' expectations this year. The water tank is full of fish. Flatfish growers say consumption of the fish has sharply dropped since last fall. Prices have also fallen. The cost of the fish was set at 13,000 won per kilogram last year. This year, the price has fallen to 9,000 won. This is the lowest since it plunged to 8,500 won 10 years ago. To make things worse, cost of production has soared to 11,000 won per kilogram. Farmers are now operating at a deficit.
10년 전만 하더라도 초보는 70만 원, 80만 원 됐었습니다. 지금은 180만 원, 188만 원 이렇게 줘야 됩니다. 인건비 오르지, 이 사료값 오르지, 광어값 이렇게 다운되지. 앞으로 이렇게 이런 식으로 또 한 1년만 더 간다고 하면은 내가 생각할 적에는 부두날 양어장이 많다고.
The National Federation of Fisheries Cooperatives say that flatfish consumption has significantly decreased as the economic recession affects restaurant business. The quantity of fish ordered has decreased by 30% from restaurants and 40% from big supermarkets, compared with the previous year.
주방장들을 그 근로 시간 안에서 운영을 하다 보니까 일식집 같은 경우는 그 늦은 시간까지 근무를 해줘야 되는데 이게 그렇지 못하다 보니까 이러한 문제점들이 우리 광어 소비에도 바로 영향을 미쳐버리고 있습니다. 지금.
Customs-free salmon from Norway, which is easy to prepare, occupies 40% of the raw fish market nationwide. Japanese farmed yellowtail fish is also popular. The National Federation of Fisheries Cooperatives is taking steps to alleviate the problem by increasing deliveries of the fish to processing plants for markets and army meals. It has also petitioned the government for industry protection several times. On average, 23,000 tons of farmed flatfish is produced each year in Jeju. Local flatfish growers are going through the hardest time in 10 years. Mike Balfour, KCTV.
Brighten up your nights at the Jeju Light Art Flash, which is running through March 15th. We're looking at overcast conditions early Wednesday and mostly cloudy skies later on. For more, here's your forecast. The low in Jeju City will be 6 and the afternoon high 8 degrees. Temperatures in Seogwipo will fall between 8 and 13. In Seongsan, the low before lunch will be 5 and the high later on 9 degrees. Across the island in Gosan, temperatures will range from 6 to 8. And the morning low at higher elevations like Songpanak will be 0, and the afternoon high 6 degrees. Taking a look at the marine forecast, winds will be out of the northwest and north at 9 to 13 meters per second, and seas will be between 1.5 and 2.5 meters. And here's a look ahead. That brings us to the end of today's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow at the same time. We're now on YouTube. Find us by searching for KCTV E-News Jeju. 시청자 여러분, 감사합니다.